This video is brought to you by my latest book, How to Play Melodic Rock Lead Guitar, a comprehensive guide to doing exactly that, playing melodic rock lead guitar. This is not just some collection of scale patterns and tabs, although you do get plenty of those, but you also get an entire chapter on how to come up with your own licks, as well as video content, tutorials and demonstrations, loads of jam tracks, and all the way through I'm encouraging you to expand your fretboard knowledge and showing you how you can think in a more musical and melodic way. Check out the link in the description for more details. Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're well. That little solo, little tune, whatever you want to call it there, was me basically trying to illustrate what we're going to be talking about today, because this is the second in a relatively new series. It's only the second one of videos that I'm doing on a Wednesday about understanding rhythms and rhythm notation. It's often an overlooked aspect of playing the guitar, I think, which is bizarre because most of us start as rhythm guitarists strumming chords. Whether or not you are interested in learning to read the actual notation of rhythms, that 16th notes and triplets and 8th notes and stuff look like, is, I think, of secondary importance. What's more important is learning how to count rhythms and understand them and get your general sort of bearings in the rhythmic landscape of whatever piece of music you're playing. Last week we looked at 8th notes, which, if you were paying attention, or if you watched the video, if you didn't, by the way, I'll link it down in the description below. 8th notes are what you get when you take the number of beats in a bar, like usually 4 beats, and you split each one into 2. So if you've got kind of 4 beats, 1, 2, 3, 4, you have 2 sections to each beat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. This week we're still going to be encountering some 8th notes, but we're going to kind of zoom in and into a little bit more finer detail by looking at 16th notes, which if you're old school like me, you still sometimes refer to them as semi-quavers. And what they are is basically what you get if you split your beat into 4 sections. So here's your beat again. Okay, I'll count it 1, 2, 3, 4, and each beat has 4 sections. 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. Okay, here's a little bit more of a graphic and detailed explanation of what's going on in the world of 16th notes.
Here is the explanation.
Okay, here we have various assorted 16th note based rhythms, and my mission today is to make this make some kind of sense for you. Maybe it already does, but if it doesn't, that's what we're going to set about today. Let's have a look at, if we go to this next slide here, this is how you count 16th notes. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a. Essentially what you're doing is breaking each beat down into 4 subsections. So if I put a metronome on here at 70 beats per minute, I'll count along in 16th notes like this. Here we go. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a. Just kind of like that, really. And what we've got in these examples here are various combinations of 16th notes, and there's some 8th notes in there, which we looked at last week. An 8th note, think of it as half a beat, and a 16th note is a quarter of a beat. So what I'm going to do here is move on to the next slide, and this is example 1, where basically what we're doing is playing a note on each 16th note in the bar, and that will be represented by me tapping the desk with my pen like this, along with the metronome. I'll count it, I'll tap it, you'll hear what that rhythm sounds like. Here we go. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a. Okay, so that's pretty straightforward. Tell you what, let's have a listen to that being played by a guitar using that note, the 5th fret on the 2nd string. And now let's move on to example 2, this one here. So what we've got on each beat in this bar is an 8th note, which is worth 2 16th notes, followed by a pair of 16th notes. So once again, just counting that, it's going to sound like this. I'll count it in and then we'll go. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a. Like that. That is a 16th note rhythm combined with 8th notes. And then, I'll tell you what, let's have a listen to that played on the guitar as well. And now we come to example 3, which is essentially an inversion, the opposite of what we've just looked at in example 2. It's 2 16th notes, then an 8th note. So once again, let's tap the desk and hear what that would sound like. 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a. And again, we'll have a listen to how that actually pans out on the guitar. Moving on to example 4, we have a little bit more of a combination here. This is actually pretty much the strumming rhythm for that tune that we heard earlier. The acoustic guitar part that I was strumming there was pretty much this rhythm. And you can see that there is a tie line in the middle. Okay, if I just bring my mouse pointer over, hopefully you can see this. This tie line here, that is basically telling us that when we play this 16th note on the A of 2E and A, we allow it to sustain into the first 16th note of this beat, so the 3. So effectively it's creating an 8th note that sort of crosses between those two beats there. And once again, let's tap it and count it. Here we go. 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a... like that. And as previously, let's hear what that sounds like played on the guitar. And finally, we move on to example 5, which you can see some little kind of squiggly wiggly things in the tab. They are rests. They are little periods of silence that all last for 1/16th note each. That's what a 16th note rest looks like. And this is pretty much the rhythm if you're familiar with David Bowie, however you pronounce it, his classic song Starman. There's that little guitar motif before it goes into the chorus that's kind of emulating a little Morse code kind of thing. That's how it sounds to me anyway. This is what that looks like written down. So again, let's tap and count. Sometimes it just is easier to count in your head. I don't know what it is, kind of counting out loud can often make something just feel a little bit awkward. So let's hear that played on the guitar. And as always, you'll find a full tab for the little piece of music at the top of the video in both Guitar Pro and PDF formats, along with a clip of me playing it, the jam track I was playing over, and that explanation there. All of that is up on my Patreon page. There's the address, link in the description, as I'm sure you know by now. It's $3 or about £3 a month, and you get access to all of these additional resources that go along with these YouTube videos, and a massive, humongous, heartfelt and sincere thank you to each and every one of you who support me in that or any of the other ways, all of which are downstairs in the description. And yeah, just as I said, that little solo was me trying to illustrate what 16th notes sound like. The guitar, the acoustic rhythm guitar part was a 16th note rhythm. Many of the phrases that I was playing in the lead part were 16th note rhythms. You know, I was using little 16th note kind of embellishments in the bass line. They were everywhere in that piece of music. And, you know, it's sort of a little bit of what I was trying to do when I came up with that piece of music was do some sort of 90s Britrock pastiche, because you know, that was very much the rhythm of all of those bands. We're using Oasis and you know, because they're quite current at the moment, aren't they? And the Verve and Manic Street Preachers. And all of those bands, they all had loads and loads of songs that were based around that kind of 16th note rhythm, which was one of the ones that I sort of alluded to in that explanation. So, there you go. That's 16th notes, or that's 16th notes for the moment. We're going to move on next week and probably take a look at some triplet based ideas. I haven't made my mind up yet, but that's probably the direction I'm going to go in with this. But that's a story for another day. If you've enjoyed this video today, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already done so. Why not drop me a like as well while you're at it? And of course, don't forget the live stream every Friday, 5 PM UK time, where we drink beer and talk about stuff. It's a great way to kick off the weekend. I'd love to see you there if you can make it. But till then, I'll bid you all a good day and say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Look after yourselves, folks. Stay well, stay safe, and above all, stay sane. Bye for now.